guys, it's Ash from Elevate My Faith, and today I just wanted to go over some Holy Girl Journal prompts to prepare for 2025. I know this is towards the end of January, but honestly having a baby, I get a little held up doing certain things, but I figured it's still not too late to just throw this video up here for you guys, because I do always love looking back at these videos every year and just seeing like the progress or what I need to be working on for each year. So yeah, I just wanted to still do it, of course. So yeah, we're just gonna jump right into it. Question number 1, something you've overcome / worked on in 2024. So for me, that'd be getting over fear of starting a family, because I definitely feel like the enemy was attacking me like this time last year, actually in January of last year, over being scared to have a family and to have kids and babies when I did have peace over it before. So I knew it was the enemy attacking me and trying to prevent me from having my child. And I also had to go through and overcome and work on pregnancy and labor, because that was pretty much the most of my 2024, because I got pregnant in February and then had the baby November 1st, so that was most of 2024. So that was a big thing for me to overcome, especially labor too as well. So that was definitely my main focus point of 2024, and I'm just so thankful for God for getting me through it all, because there were some days I did not think I was gonna make it, but that is why we cannot lean on our own strength. We need God for sure. Question number 2, what kind of person God is leading me to be in 2025? So for this year, I really feel like I'm going to be led to be a godly wife and mother. I think that'll just be really big points for me to work on this coming year, especially now I got my baby boy, and I obviously want to still make sure I'm being a godly wife to my husband and not get too caught up in motherhood, and just finding that like balance of it all. Number 3, what's one goal that excites me? And that would be raising up godly children, or just a child for now. But yeah, I definitely want to focus on that this year, just raising my baby boy and just making sure he's really raised up in that Christian environment he really needs to thrive in. Number 4, what's one goal that scares me? And that would be being bold and courageous and getting over fear of man. So pretty much still my goal from last year, I noticed, because I was wanting to like preach the gospel, and I still haven't gotten there yet. I'm very shy and introverted, which I know is not an excuse, like my pastor says, and I totally agree with him. So I know that's like the next goal I'm really gonna have to work on, is just getting through that fear of man and really relying on God to give me that strength and boldness and courage to preach the gospel and reach certain people. Number 5, what have I outgrown this year? And for me, that'd be some secular friendships and being selfish without kids. So yeah, not that I'm against having secular friendships, but if they are starting to like just not be a good time consuming thing, which unfortunately most is secular friendships, I do think I'm gonna have to give up some, especially now that I am a mother and I still also want to prioritize church functions and being around godly community. So unfortunately, like, secular friendships are going to just take that back seat now, or just kind of fade out completely, because I think some of them are going to fade out now that I have a child as well, because not a lot of secular people understand why I'm busy, or they're just more in that selfish mindset, which is also why I outgrew was being selfish without kids. So yeah, so I'm a little sad some of them are going to probably fade out or end, but like I said, my main focus is being a godly mother, wife, and focusing on my church community and all that. So that's going to be more important to me this year. Number 6, what distractions are getting in the way of me walking with purpose? And that would be social media, just from like last year, of course, and then going through the motions, especially now that I've had my baby boy. Like the past couple months, it's very easy to just go through the motions, to take care of him, do this or that, go see these family members, go do this church thing over, and then like not really take the time to take in that moment or be in the present. So I just want to make sure, because yeah, you're not gonna walk with purpose if you're just going through the motions over and over again. And so I gotta make sure I don't get stuck in that little like ruts on that hamster wheel over and over again, for sure. Number 7, what am I saying yes to this year? And that'd be continued growth in my roles as a child of God, wife and mother, and also serving the kingdom. So those were kind of my goals from last year. I just put continued growth in serving the kingdom last year, but now I really want to focus on these certain roles, of course. Yeah, obviously child of God's number 1, that's your most important identity, and then wife and mother would come next. And yeah, obviously I just want to continue serving the kingdom, whatever that may look like, and however God leads me to do that. Number 8, what am I saying no to this year? And this would be people pleasing for me. It's gonna be something I really need to work on, because now that I have a baby, of course a lot of people want our time and energy because they want to see the baby, which I totally understand, but I also have to make sure I don't get caught up in the people pleasing aspect. Like sometimes we're gonna have to say no or really focus on something else, like, you know, our church and everything, and like certain family members are not gonna understand that, and they'll just have to get over it, and I'll have to get over offending them or making them upset. You know, I just really want to make sure I'm not people pleasing this year, because we just do not have the time or energy to be doing that, and need to be focused on God and raising our child and everything. Number 9, who are the people God is leading me to invest in? So for this year, I really feel like it's going to be my son, my husband, my family, and my church community and church family. So I know I was like more focused on non-Christians for a bit, and I'll still never completely drop them, of course, but this year I just really feel like, you know, with having a baby boy, I'm just going to be obviously very investing in him, and I want to invest in my husband to make sure our marriage is God-centered and growing and thriving while we're raising our baby boy, because that's where it all stems from for sure, while you're raising your child. And then, yeah, my family, and there's certain family members I want to reach out to and be that light for them too anyways, so I want to focus on that for sure. And then obviously just always so important to be around your church community and church family, because your inner circle should be Christians, as opposed to like non-Christians or secular people. They can be the outer circle, but they really should never be that like tight inner circle that you go to and need to lean on through, you know, spiritual warfare and tough times, because secular people just won't understand it completely. So. And number 10, if I could make any changes, what would they be? And that would be praying to God more and reading the Word more. So I always feel like I could be using some of my extra time doing that. You know, because even if when my baby's sleeping and taking a nap, I could easily just go play video games or binge watch shows and everything. And sure, that's nice to do once in a while. I'm not saying you can't ever do that, but if I'm doing that every single time I have some moment to myself, it's not going to help me grow though. Like I need to keep reading my word. I need to keep praying to God and listening to him. So yeah, that's just gonna be a very big thing for me, because you know my time is precious now with like a baby boy and take care of family and everything, so I need to make sure I'm using that free time very wisely and beneficial for me and spiritually. And the last question, number 11, is where do I want to be in 6 months? And that would be focused on caring for my baby and starting to focus on prayer over some big decisions for fall. So yeah, me and my husband do have to make some decisions later this year. So I think by the summer I really want to start praying over that and really seeing what God wants us to do, because it will affect us, like what we'll be doing at the church and how we'll be spending our time through the months and stuff. So yeah, it'll definitely be a big thing we need to pray about and you know, and get, you know, wisdom and discernment about from God. And then obviously, yeah, just like hoping to be just focused on my baby too this summer and having fun with him and just, yeah, taking in all the moments while I can, because it's going to go so fast for sure. Like this year will be over before we know it. So those are all the questions. I, of course, highly always recommend doing these yourselves, because like it's so great to just look back at this year after year and seeing how you're growing and if you're hitting your goals or what you need to work on. And yeah, just always pursuing that continued growth with God. So yeah, I think this really helps me year to year, just to like realign what needs to be the vocal point of this, you know, this year and whatever. So yeah, I definitely recommend it. So thank you guys so much for watching this, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Amazing grace, how sweet.